John, Jane, Rich. It's Thursday, June 20th. Our phone number is 877-937-1047. I saw Payton was out late last night.
Unfortunately, all in the best ways, though. Unfortunately, just because I got home so late. But I went to the Megan Thee Stallion concert last night. Yeah, Hot Girl Summer Tour. And it was so fun. But emphasis on the Hot Girl Summer because, y'all, it was so hot outside before walking into the arena. Usually Footprint Center doesn't really open up their doors to people to come in until 7. They had doors open at like 6. It was so hot. Y'all, I almost passed out in this arena. I started having hot flashes. I could not cool down to save my life. I needed to sit down. It was hot
inside, too?
It was so hot everywhere. It was awful. I legit almost passed out. I'm hypoglycemic, so I always need like a little snack on hand. I had to run and get some candy. I was like, I'm literally about to pass out over here. I looked crazy.
Did you stay the whole time?
No. We left when her DJ came out, so we missed like the big ones like WAP and stuff like that, but other than that, it was a really fun. Yeah, she can perform her butt off. Like, that's for sure. Like, her dance crew, like, she was all dancing with them in sync choreography. She looks so good, too. It was so fun.
The last concert she did, she was, like, yelling at everyone for smoking too much weed. Was the stench?
It was gone.
There was none?
There was none. People were being so respectful of it, which I thought was super awesome. Yeah. But it's Megan Thee Stallion's first tour ever. So it was packed. I think it was a sold-out show. It was pretty dope.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Nick, our producer, something happened last week with him, and I found out today the whole story behind it. His nose. Have you seen his nose?
Oh, yeah, it's red.
I just thought it was because he's sick.
Red nose, reindeer.
No?
No. He came in on a couple days ago, and his nose is bright red. And I thought because the bear plague went through everybody on the show, right? Turns out, what happened? Because his nose is bright, like an alcoholic's nose.
No, and that was literally my first reaction on Monday, and I was like, well, no. I was like, I've been sneezing a lot. I'm still sick. I'm wiping my nose all the time.
Like, look at his nose right now.
It's very red.
It's hard not to look. It's so big and so red. You can't see anything else on my body currently. But turns out, apparently you can get zits in your 30s. And
it's like a deep underground nose zit.
And it couldn't hurt more. Like moving my top lip hurts my nose.
Those are the worst.
Like your nose looks like Toucan Sam.
Only if it was bigger.
It's just
this is crazy. And so I can't really do anything. I don't even want to pick up my kids because they inevitably always find a way to hit it. And yesterday we were texting back and forth with Payton, and I was like, I honestly think I have to go see a doctor.
They probably put a shot of
this removed.
They probably put a steroid, a shot in there or something.
I don't know. I need something because it looks like I'm wearing the red ball that Clem's wears.
Really, I've never really seen it like that in real life before.
Natural. I know, and now like. This is making it worse because I could see everyone in the room just looking at it.
No, I'm thinking of the solution for you.
It's like my nose is one big zit.
I've got to say, it honestly isn't as bad as what I was expecting to walk into. It's not like there's a big zit on top of your nose.
You know why you think that, Payton? Is because I set it up so broadly yesterday that you're not going to believe how big this is.
All right.
You're the only one in the room that thinks that because everybody else is like,
oh my gosh.
When I saw it 2 days ago, I was like, oh man, he must be blowing his nose a lot. And then this morning when you walked in, it was like,
it's more bigger, more redder.
It looks like friggin' just something just like pulsating like a cartoon.
Can you feel your heartbeat in it?
No, that's the thing. It feels like if I touch it, it's going to explode. But it hurts so
I feel like a lot of people know exactly what you're talking about. You've had that pimple in your nose.
The painful zit is the worst.
The worst.
Especially on your nose because there's no good place to pop it.
Right. And if you if you go too early, you're really going to mess it up.
Right. It hurts more.
I feel like you can see. Just turn towards me because I feel like you could see.
Yeah, I can see the head.
Yeah.
It is the biggest pimple I've ever seen on a nose.
And it's like... It's stretching my nose so much that it's breaking the skin. Like I was like wiping dead skin off of it yesterday, thinking like, oh, this is the time, and it's not.
It's creating its own atmosphere.
It's not like a little red dot of a pimple. It's the whole tip of your nose. It's incredible. We got to put it up on our Instagram. It's unbelievable.
I would love it.
Have you thought about maybe going outside and getting your face sunburned a little bit so it all evens out just a little bit?
That was another thing. I was like, maybe if it dries it out, I don't know. I'll risk whatever other injury could happen.
I mean, Peyton's like, I was at Megan Thee Stallion last night, and I'm just like, all I see is Nick's nose.
And I'm in the other room.
You're in the
It's
other
not like I'm
room.
in
I
here.
know.
He's
It's like
just staring at me through the window.
Pulsating.
Oh, I'm
Like,
sorry,
Megan Thee Stallion
Nick.
was great. Also, Nick, what the hell?
Like, if you would have been at Megan Thee Stallion, she would have stopped down. She said, we need to help this guy over here. You'll be hearing about it in the news.
Megan Thee Stallion hates weed and random guy's nose.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with this guy. Someone get a medic out here. Oh my God! Anyway, we're glad you came in. With that. You could. That was you could have called. You weren't sick last week. You were feeling pretty bad, and you still came in. You could have said, "Hey man, I got a big pimple on my nose.
Big nose in.
I'm gonna
Just
stay
take
home."
a
You would
photo and
understand.
you guys would understand.
Like when your alarm went off, you just tapped it with your nose.
I just rolled over.
All right, Kyle. What are 3 things we need to know?
This gave me a little bit of the ick, but experts say you're probably eating sunscreen.
Hey.
It is in titanium dioxide. It's a common ingredient that's in sunscreen. It's in a lot of cosmetics. Can likely be found in some of your favorite foods. So they actually add it to different types of candy, gum, prepackaged meals like frozen pizza, and more. Apparently, they use titanium dioxide in food to improve the quality of color and prolong the shelf life in some processed foods. But the concern is that titanium dioxide, if it's ingested in what they say it's in its nanoparticle form, it can actually be incredibly dangerous to your body and could become cancerous. So here's what you do. Make sure you're looking at the ingredients in the food that you're eating.
That's what you hear all the time. You got to read the box.
Got to read the box.
Although I would have seen that previously and just thought nothing of it.
Yeah, so what you're looking for is titanium dioxide. If your food has that, probably maybe find an alternative that doesn't have it. I saw this and I was so excited. Did you guys do the Book It program when you were little?
Maybe.
Book it! Granted. Okay. So Pizza Hut does this Book It program. It's a free program. It's a reading program for the summer. So you set a goal, you reach your goal, and you get a free personal pan pizza.
I do remember that.
And they
I
are
do remember
bringing it back. I was like, oh my gosh, not me going on to Book It to enroll my children. So their campaign runs now through August and then again this October through March of next year. So lots of free pizzas for everyone and reading, those 2 things. It's all good things from Pizza Hut. You can enroll your kids at bookitprogram.com. Now this was like sort of a fear unlocked. But apparently thieves are starting to place hidden cameras outside people's homes to spy on them, to either know what your habits are, to know where you are in your house if like you've got windows in front, or to know when you leave your home so that they can go in and ravish things.
How do you find those if they're hiding cameras?
They're hidden. I don't know. That's why I said it's a fear unlocked.
What if they got a whole tripod set up, camera in your driveway?
You're like, that's pretty obvious.
Either making a documentary or there's a thief staking out my house.
Right? So experts say, listen, there are like different devices that you can use to scan for hidden cameras if that's something you want to look into and you're that paranoid or whatever. But just know that this is something that thieves are now starting to use to target victims.
Have a nice day.
And with that, the more you know, right? The more you know. Safety. That's 3 things you need to know.
All right, time for horoscopes. What's the vibe, Peyton?
I'm going to be telling you if your sign is lucky. Also, we're getting towards the end of Gemini season, and if it's your birthday today, you share one with Nicole Kidman and Lionel Richie.
Okay. Now you have to listen carefully to horoscopes because we do have a trip to San Diego to give away. Casey, good morning. What's your sign?
I'm an Aquarius.
All right, so for my Aquarius, your quirky ideas somehow always end up being gold mines. Luck loves your unconventional approach to life, rewarding your weird and wonderful plans. So you fall about halfway down the list at number 7.
Okay.
All right.
That doesn't make sense to me. How is an Aquarius not a water sign? I went my whole life so
I know.
confident. We're in a water sign. An air sign? Who made that up?
I don't know. I'm just the messenger, but I always thought that was pretty crazy too.
All right, Casey, have a great day. Anissa, good morning. What's your sign?
My sign is an Aries.
All right, Aries, you guys are the daredevils who jump without a parachute and somehow land in a pile of cash. Luck loves your audacity. Seriously, you guys could challenge fate to a duel, and you guys are probably going to win. Aries coming in pretty high on the list at number 4.
Ooh. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Anissa. Cassie, what's your sign? Cassie?
Cancer. Sorry, Cancer.
Cancer. All right, Cancer. Your guys' luck, it comes in waves just like your emotions. One moment you're riding high on good fortune, and the next you're in the splash zone. You guys are on a roller coaster of life. You guys come in pretty low at the list at number 11. My Cancers aren't too lucky.
Oh my God.
I know.
So does that mean I get to win the trip to San Diego?
You got to keep listening. Keep listening.
Chances don't
I would
look so
say
good.
you're pretty unlucky there.
Test your luck, though.
All right. Jennifer the Gemini. Are we still in Gemini season?
We are.
Okay. Hi, Jennifer.
Yay. Hi. Good morning. I hope I'm in the middle somewhere or closer to the top.
Yeah, Geminis, well, you guys have the gift of gab, and you guys can talk your way into lucky situations. Just imagine being so charming that even fortune cookies take your advice. My Geminis, you guys do come in right at the middle, right at number 8.
Oh, that's a little low, but okay. All right, I'll take it. It's better than dead last.
All right.
All right, Jennifer.
Thank you. Have
Thanks
a
for
great day,
listening.
guys.
You too. November the Taurus. Good morning.
Good morning. How lucky am I?
All right, slow and steady wins your guys' lucky race. You guys are like magnets for good fortune, attracting it with sheer willpower. You guys come in right smack in the middle at number 6.
Oh, man. Okay, so win San Diego, guys.
Gotta
Keep
get right in the
listening.
middle.
Keep listening. What do you got for Kyle for Libras?
Yeah, Kyle, my Libras, you guys charm your way into luck. If there is a line for good fortune, Libras, you guys find your way to the front, chatting up destiny herself. You guys make luck look like a well-balanced art form. You guys come in at number 5 on the list.
Oh, hello, Destiny.
All right, how about for Rich the Pisces?
Pisces, always daydreaming your way into good fortune. You could win the lottery without buying a ticket. The universe just slips into your dreams, coming in at number 2 on the list. Very lucky for my Pisces.
My mom used to call me Lucky Barra all the time because every
Love
time
that.
I play a game for the first time with the family, I would crush him, even as a little kid.
That's
How
what's
wild
up.
you went from Lucky Barra to the Barra Plague.
Yeah, well, there's a season for everything.
What about for you, for Leos?
Yeah, so for Leos, luck follows us around like paparazzi. We're so lucky that even our Cat's 9 lives come with bonus rounds. So if there is a spotlight, it is probably shining on our jackpot. Right behind Pisces, Leos are number 3 on the lucky list.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Okay, and how about for me, Virgos?
Virgo, you guys plan your luck. If there is a 1% chance of something great happening, Virgos are going to find it, organize it, and then make it their new daily routine. Coming in at number 9, my Virgos.
Oh, wow. I thought we were higher than that.
Nope.
Okay, so if we didn't get to your sign, they're on our website, johnjaneRich.com. So we got a trip to San Diego to give away. Stay at the Catamaran Hotel. Fantastic hotel. I was there over the weekend. And 4 tickets to SeaWorld. So the way we're going to do it, we'll start off with, hi, Sierra. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Okay, did you listen to horoscopes?
I did.
Okay, so here's how it's going to work. Peyton's going to read a certain horoscope, and you have to tell us which one it is. You get one chance. If you get it right, you win.
Okay.
All right, Peyton, what is the sign?
They've got the gift of gab and can talk their way into lucky situations. Imagine being so charming that even their fortune cookies would take their advice.
That was a Gemini, and they were number 8.
That's incredible.
Wow, you even knew the number.
Yeah, my 7-year-old is a Gemini, and so she was a little disappointed that she was number 8, but she definitely has the gift of gab. So
I think you should change that ranking. She just won the trip to San Diego.
Hey, you guys are moving to number 1 today. Go get your lottery tickets today, Sierra. Go ahead. That's awesome. Congrats.
thanks, guys.
All right, hold on. We're going to set you up. You just got a weekend or 2 days at the Catamaran Hotel and 4 tickets to SeaWorld, and we're going to do it again in less than 2 hours. So keep listening. Now, if you didn't win this round, again, 2 hours. And we're doing it all next week, too. Twice a day next week, too. Rich, what's coming up at Life Hacks?
So the 2 most trending things on the internet right now, this is how cool you are, Kyle. Plants. Fresh plants.
I don't know. She was poking her finger in this plant over here. It doesn't look too good.
I don't want to overwater it.
Oh, well, good, because
She stuck her long finger from across the room inside and she was like, uh-oh.
I'm going to give you a life hack on how to keep your snake plants alive longer.
Okay.
We're about 8 minutes away from a big Sabrina Carpenter announcement. Also, Sabrina Carpenter apparently is getting hate for working as a barista. Did you see this?
Yeah. How she was serving espresso at a coffee shop.
Well, that's
In
what you should
London,
do.
it brings up this point of like, is it patronizing when celebrities do this? Is it demeaning to actual minimum wage workers? Now, like Ed Sheeran was doing stuff like that, right? It's a big debate right now with Sabrina Carpenter. But her song is the song of summer, pretty much, called Espresso. So why wouldn't she be at a Starbucks serving coffee? It makes sense.
I think
What
it's
is the
cute.
problem with it?
I don't know. They're
Like how? I
Let's
don't
see.
understand how that would be demeaning.
Because
Like,
there's a big celebrity going, oh, I can do your simple job. That's kind of what they're saying.
I mean,
Didn't
I
Lana,
guess.
Lana Del Rey work at a Waffle House just for...
Yeah, I
For
think
gigs?
it's fun. I love seeing that kind of stuff.
Me
so.
too.
Well, some people don't. So it's time for Stacks and Hacks. I have Stacks information. Rich has the life hacks. Would you vote for an AI politician over a human one?
Sure, why not?
No.
OpenAI just shut down a chatbot named Vic after a guy in Cheyenne officially registered it to run for mayor. Like, it was going to run for mayor, and I have a feeling it probably would win. Oops, hold on, my papers are stuck together. Guy in Florida found a bank doors unlocked and decided to rob the place. He went through some drawers, couldn't find any money, so he didn't steal anything. But he's still facing burglary charges. A guy in Michigan hit the lottery for $7.2 million after following his dad's advice to pick a set of numbers and stick with them. And he won. Woman's old pillow is going viral because of how badly stained it is. Someone compared it to a giant used tea bag. I think you can visually see that, right?
Ew.
Gross.
Some of the most bizarre items ever smuggled through an airport security, this is a list that's trending online, is gold in powdered form in someone's rectum, a turtle disguised as a hamburger, meth in a burrito, dozens of tadpoles in someone's mouth, and drugs in Mr. Potato Head. The most streamed show over the past 3 years is, any guesses?
Fallout.
Bridgerton.
Stranger Things.
Nope. In fact, this is twice. People spent more than twice the time watching this than Stranger Things.
Give us a hint.
The second stream show is Coco Melon.
Oh, Miss Rachel.
Nope.
Bluey.
The most streamed show over the last 3 years is reruns of NCIS.
Are you kidding me?
How does NCIS always end up top?
Because of
None
Mark
of us
Harmon.
watch that.
Mark Harmon. One of the greatest actors of all time.
I've never seen an episode of NCIS.
Me too.
There's a list of celebrities who tried to fake growing up poor. Have you seen this list yet?
Like Hilaria Baldwin.
Like Victoria Beckham. Remember when she said she was poor,
yeah,
but she was
yeah.
getting picked up in a Rolls Royce? Ice Cube is one of those guys. He was not straight out of Compton. His parents both had stable jobs at UCLA, and his high school years were between prep school and a charter school.
But that doesn't mean he wasn't straight out of Compton.
Well, that's the joke off the movie. Just kind of take off the movie, but the guy did not grow up in the hood.
No,
Gotcha.
that's what you think, though.
He was not the boys in the hood.
Kid
Gotcha.
Rock was not straight out of the trailer. His parents were rich, and he grew up in an estate in suburban Michigan. He had a guest house, an apple orchard, horse stables, and private tennis courts.
Dang, Kid Rock.
Drake likes to say he started from the bottom. You see what I'm doing here, Payton? I'm taking
I'm
quotes from
following.
it. Drake says he started from the bottom, but actually grew up in a wealthy neighborhood, became a TV star in 6th grade when he was in Degrassi. Taylor Swift. Have you seen the house she grew up in? I saw this,
Yes.
right? Her song, I Bet You Think About Me, Taylor Swift says, you grew up with a silver spoon, gated community, glamour, shiny, bright Beverly Hills. I was raised on a farm. No, it wasn't a mansion. Living room, dancing floor, kitchen tables. She neglects to mention it was a 15-acre farm run by a hobby by her father, who was a Merrill Lynch financial advisor.
Okay.
So things are just a little different, Taylor Swift.
No kidding.
What do you got for life hacks?
So, Kyle, what kind of plants do we have in here that are giving off oxygen?
Snake plants.
And this is sort of a new obsession for you, right?
Yeah.
So I guess it's like one of the number one things that is being researched right now by millennials and Gen Zers alike is what plants do I need in my office and my house to stay alive? So it's really popular right now. And I know we've talked on this show about how to keep flowers alive, which is you pour a little 7-Up or you put a penny at the bottom of the pot. But for these plants, how you keep them alive longer is coffee grounds in the dirt. So I will bring you some tomorrow as I grind coffee. So you put a little coffee grounds in the dirt, and actually it mineralizes the soil, and it works like actually really good plant food. So as you water your plants, don't be afraid to take your coffee grounds, sprinkle them in your garden, sprinkle them in your plants, and your plants will live longer and give off more oxygen.
Okay. The plants are like, I need my coffee.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I wonder if that does to
They're going to be buzzed.
The caffeine.
You're going to talk to them a lot faster now. In that life hack and many more at JohnGandRich.com.
Our phone number, 877-937-1047. Okay, something happened to Payton, something happened to me. And the more I think about Payton's story, the more mine is less important, but mine's more just a continuing storyline that's been going on for years and years and years and years, and you won't believe that it happened to me again. So Payton's is more devastating, you guys. Shocking, but also when you talk about earlier in horoscopes, the luckiest signs. What sign is your brother?
My little brother, he's a Scorpio.
What was Scorpio on that list?
Let me tell you. That's a good question. Because he was very lucky. Scorpio, number 10 on the list.
Dang.
So not very lucky. Which,
well, I guess when you think about what
I was
happened.
going to say, when you think about what happened, it was a very unlucky situation, but he walked out very lucky. My little brother, Jalen, we are 15 months apart. That's like my little built-in twin right there. You know, that's my guy. I got a text message from my mom on a Tuesday night at like 12:30 in the morning. And she was like, hey, are you up? And usually I'm not up at that time. It's night for me. And my mom texted me and she told me that my little brother was in a car accident. His car is totaled, but he was okay. And then I got the pictures of the car. And all my mom had to say to me was that she is glad that she saw my brother before she saw that car because she would have thought he was dead. He had a rollover car accident.
Oh, my.
From the damage, the police officers and the firefighters think that his car rolled 2 or 3 times.
Oh, my God.
All airbags deployed, and his phone was found 300 feet away from where his car landed. He was driving on like the I-10 over where there's like a ton of construction, and it's like really, really difficult to drive over out that way.
Mess.
Yeah, so he doesn't exactly know what happened, but something flew at him. He doesn't know if it came from the opposite side of the freeway or if it just came from someone up further. He tried to swerve out of the way, and he hit one of the water barrels, lost control, car flipped, landed upright. He got himself out of the car. And
That's insane.
It was insane. He didn't hit anybody. It was a single car accident. And he went to the hospital, got a CT scan. Everything's good. Just minor whiplash and a couple scratches.
Whoa.
That's pretty lucky.
That's
Those are
a
some
miracle
angels
is
watching
what
over
that
him.
is.
Yeah,
He was by himself?
He was by himself. He was driving to a friend's house.
How about your mom not calling you?
I mean,
Like texting. I would have been blowing up your phone.
yeah, and the hospital was literally like 3 minutes away from my house. So all I did was grab literally my keys and I drove right over there. And it was the scariest thing. I was crying. I ran into like the emergency department. I'm like, my brother. And she was like, okay, sweetie, like you're a lot more upset than he is right now. He walked right in here. He's for what we know.
Oh, so an ambulance didn't pick him up?
My mom and dad picked him up. They let him like drive with them to the hospital.
But ambulance just showed up and said
Ambulance showed up.
That's cheaper that way.
Firefighters showed up. Yeah, it was absolutely insane. And I guess there was one car that was like out on the road that pulled over and stopped, and it was 2 teenagers, a guy and a girl. So if those were your kids, thank you so much for stopping for my little brother and checking on him. Yeah.
Payton tells me this yesterday, right?
Unbelievable.
And then she's like, and my brother and I made a TikTok in the hospital. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So her TikTok, okay, so she tells me everything she just said, he's fine and everything, right? The TikTok, he's in a hospital bed with like a neck brace and a whole, like he looks like he's not fine. And Peyton's dancing in the background and he's dancing. He's got his fingers up. What's that?
And the twin and the twin, we be vibing.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what? Like,
I made sure he was okay first. I was like,
that's
are
good.
you
Right.
okay? Are you hurting? Do you want to make a TikTok?
I mean, after something like that and you walk away, yeah, you deserve a celebration day.
then she sent me the
amazing.
pictures of the car. And when you look at the pictures of the car, like there's no way that dude survived. I mean, you got to post them up on John Jane Rich.
Yeah, I got you guys. I was with Kyle yesterday, so I saw her. She saw me with like 4 hours of sleep.
Oh, we've seen you with 4 hours of sleep before.
Yeah,
but Peyton was
4
like,
hours
it
of
was
sleep
like,
and crying
and stress.
and stress.
It's
This
insane.
is Jalen's car.
What kind of
Like,
car
it's
is that?
Back
flat.
out of that.
What is that? What kind of
It's
car?
a Kia. I don't know, but he was really upset because he really loves his car. I was like, but whatever car that is again, or whatever car that is, you better get it again because
He
that
survived
car,
in that?
I mean, you
Yeah.
survived. He
And
was
it landed
fine.
on its wheels.
All airbags deployed, y'all. It was crazy. So I'm just so thankful.
Yeah.
I have my little brother here because
Amen.
I've never experienced anything like that.
You should do commercials for Kia.
Kia.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be like, my brother survived the Kia. What Kia is it?
I don't know. Is an Optima? Is that
I
a thing?
can't really tell by
maybe
the
that's
smash.
what it is. I don't know, but
That's amazing.
I'm a miracle. He had so many guardian angels looking out for him. I'm saying it's my granny right now. I know she was looking down.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to post the video and the TikTok. You got to put the TikTok on the feed.
I got
David's
you.
feed. Okay, good. It's unbelievable. And the picture's up on our stories. An hour from now, another trip to San Diego. Right now, though, listen to this. I like to go to bed as early as I can, right? As early as I can. And usually between 7:30 and 8. That's my goal, right? It rarely happens. Get ready for bed. And Kemp says to me, Dad, can you look at something in my room, please? And I'm like, I felt like he was going to tell me a secret. You know what I mean? Walk into his room. His room's flooded.
No.
Water everywhere.
What is it with you and floods?
I'm like, what? What? And it's coming from like, I've had 2 other floods before. One was because a pipe broke in our bathroom and it ruined our floors and I had to get them replaced. The other one is because the horrible company that put our pool in destroyed my backyard and every time it rained, my house would flood. Today, or yesterday, last night, no idea. It's just coming out of a wall.
What?
Yeah, man. It's just like we're grabbing towels and we're soaking it all up. And I'm like, well, I better figure out how to turn off the water. So I'm like running. I have no idea how to turn off water.
Oh, no.
Blake's like FaceTiming with our handyman. And I'm pulling levers and I'm trying to do whatever. Then I pull the lever and then I'd go run upstairs and turn faucets on. But you got to let the water run that's already in the tubes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it didn't turn off. And I run back down and turn it back on. It was just a disaster. So all this water's coming out of our wall, right? I mean, I don't know. So we call Parker and Sons. They send a guy out, Pablo. Pablo's coming from Santan. Took him an hour to get to my house. But still, I'm grateful he came. And he's trying to figure things out. And then he showed me that I did turn off the water the right way, but not all the way.
No.
Yeah,
and not soon enough, probably.
No, there was already water damage. So now there's some company coming over today called Dry Force, and they're going to.
They got all the big fans
find
and all that.
I don't know. They're going to find the leak, and so what's interesting though is how to live your life without water, right? I'm fine because I'm not going to shower. I already do cold plunge and hot tub.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Okay. So that's how I like for me coming in this morning. It's fine, but brushing your teeth without water, it's a little tricky.
Yeah.
So
Like a bottle of water?
I took a glass of water, but here's what I did. I took a glass of water and I took my vitamins and everything last night. But when I got up this morning, I still had that glass of water. So I was like, all right, I'm going to stick my toothbrush in the water. And then I brushed my teeth. And then I'm like, wait a minute, now I got to drink. So I had already cleaned up I was going to shave this morning. So I took the razor and I just dry shaved a little bit. And I was like, I'm not going to shave. There's no water. I stick the razor in the cup of water and all the little hair flakes get in the water.
Yeah.
And now I brush my teeth. And I'm like, I'm going to cleverly stick my toothbrush in the water and not hit any hairs. I know.
Impossible,
So then my wife had some water on the other side of the bathroom. So I go over and I fill my mouth full of water and then I grab my toothbrush. But now I'm like, how do I stick my toothbrush in my mouth when I got a mouthful of water? It was like so stupid. But I felt like, because I was still tired. I got up at 3 and I'm like, went to bed at 10, 11. And I'm like,
Do you guys not have water bottles?
No.
Oh,
We have the filtered
you should
water.
run to the store and get you some water
It was
bottles.
11 o'clock at night. I'm not going to
I like how you say Kemp was like, can you come check out something in my room? All
Right.
calm.
You got a
I don't
fountain
think
in
that's
the
an
wall.
emergency. Like, Dad, there's water shooting out the wall.
It's so weird.
I feel like every couple of summers, there's like a deluge of
Yeah.
water in your house.
But I have explanations for the first two.
Yeah.
I don't have an explanation for this. Like, I don't understand why water's coming. Like, there's just a wall. Like,
so
and part of
weird.
you, it's like, I was like, I'm grab a sledgehammer and bust open this wall right now and stop it. But hopefully they'll come today and try to tell us they have people that work for the company called Leak Finders.
You got a natural spring in your son's room.
Yeah, we start selling bottled water. Oh my gosh. Called From the Drywall. Anyway, that happened last night. So I don't know how my family's handling it this morning. But it is definitely something that you take for granted when you don't have water.
Yeah.
Right?
You're in the middle of like Armageddon prep. This
Yeah.
is prepping you for
what do
just in
you-
case.
How do you survive
Got
without
a drink
water?
out of the back of the toilet. You might as well start now.
Oh, and then it's like, I had to pee in the middle of the night. Can I pee? I'm like, can I pee? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you can't really flush. You only have like one flush, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? So I went and I peed, and then I had to pee again when I got up, and then my wife got up to pee 'cause I forgot to turn off my alarm. So my alarm is our radio station at a level 10.
Oh my
You know
god.
what I mean? And my alarm rarely goes off. I
Your
usually get up
poor
before.
wife.
So like I'm done peeing, and she comes walking. She's got You know the eye mask, the thing, like what do you call that?
Sleep mask.
A sleep mask. She has it, but she passes like sunglasses and puts it on her forehead.
Cute.
And she walks, she goes, "Your alarm is on." And I'm like, "Oh, sorry." Which I think she thinks it was a little bit of revenge because what happened was I wanted to go to bed last night and I was like, "Can't I just go to bed and the plumber like work around? I'm sure I could sleep while the plumber's in there." She's like, "No." So I go to bed like whatever time it was. Let's just say it's 10. And Dryforce, the whatever company that's going to come in and find everything, they call her. And so she's on the phone, but she's not on the phone in another room. She's on the phone at the foot of the bed. "Yeah, hello? No, tomorrow's fine.
Terrible.
No, we turned off the water." And I'm like sitting there going, I got my sleep mask on, my sleep apnea on, and I'm trying, why do you have to talk so loud? I need to go to another room. Anyway, she got it handled. So I have a leaky house. All right, we're going to switch gears because it's Thursday, you guys. I have a game for you. About an hour ago in Stacks and Hacks, I was telling you about an AI bot that was going to run for mayor, right? And they canceled it because you can't have AI run. So I started thinking about something, and it made me come up with an idea for a game. And since today's Thursday, I have a game for you.
It's Thursday, and John just got a game for you.
Who said it? Was it a politician or artificial intelligence?
Oh my gosh.
This is going to be tough.
Okay.
Was it a politician or AI, you guys? All right. Payton. Glue helps cheese stick to pizza. Who said it?
Politician.
Was it Google's AI or Joe Biden, President Joe Biden?
AI.
So now you changed it because I said the president?
Yeah.
The answer is AI. AI Googled cheese not sticking to pizza. Google's AI overview suggested adding 1/8 of non-toxic glue to give the sauce more tackness.
Gross.
Delicious.
This is why we need to get rid of AI.
Right?
Yeah, McDonald's was ahead of it. They got rid of all their AI people.
Kyle, who said it? We get rid of cash and coins. We give you a chip. You put all your money in the chip. If you refuse a vaccine, we turn off the chip and you starve. Who said it? ChatGPT's suggestion for the premise of a dystopian novel or Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s description of the dangers of a digital economy?
Ooh, I'm going with the politician.
Politician is right. Robert F. Kennedy said that. He posted that on Instagram. Rich, who said it? A politician or AI? You're looking to date. You may drive up. You may see eye candy sitting down somewhere. You may want to park and come and slip them your number. Come have some fun. Outdoor dining is the way to go. Who said it? Was it ChatGPT when asked how to advertise outdoor dining? Or was it New York City Mayor Eric Adams' pitch for outdoor dining?
That sounds like Eric Adams to me. That sounds like a real politician.
It is a politician. It is New York Mayor Eric Adams. Payton, who said it? Parachutes are no more effective than backpacks. Was it Google's OpenAI when asked to summarize a study from a medical journal, or was it Donald Trump talking about how many paratroopers were killed on D-Day?
AI.
It was AI from a 2018 study. Kyle, who said it? If any of you think I'm Abe Lincoln, blame it on the AI. Was it Jasper AI when asked to write a State of the Union address, or was it President Joe Biden attempting humor at a press conference?
AI?
It was President Joe Biden.
Oh, really? I wonder how that went over, that joke.
It didn't go over too well. Anyway, that's my game. It's Thursday. That's my game.
Thursday, and John just got a game for you.
I do think we could play that game almost every day.
Probably, yeah.
All right. Right now, some entertainment news. What's new with Justin Timberlake?
So he got caught driving while impaired. Yep, and that happened. And they're saying that his lawyer is going to fight it, maybe possibly try to get it down to a DWAI, which apparently isn't a criminal thing. And if that's the case, then he will maybe get a $500 fine.
Is DWAI? It wasn't me. It was AI.
Yeah, the AI was driving. So it's like driving while almost impaired or something like that. Anyway, so his lawyer says they're going to fight it. And a lot of people are like, listen, obviously, like we can tell in the mugshot, your eyes were so blood. Like there's no way you just had one martini. Like you said. Like,
they brought him in for a reason.
Yeah, but then a lot of people are like, listen, I think you have this platform. You need to speak up about how disappointed you are in your own actions because, like, you just don't drink and drive. That's something you don't do, and you have access to drivers if you wanted them. But it's interesting to me, like Gayle King, she was on our morning show yesterday kind of defending Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake is a really, really great guy. Listen, this is clearly a mistake. I bet nobody knows it more than he.
A stupid mistake.
Exactly, and he knows that. But he's not an irresponsible person. He's not reckless. He's not careless. Clearly, this is not a good thing. He knows that. But listen, driving drunk, there's never any excuse for that, ever.
Won't get your license back. Just one martini, who came up with that? Bloodshot, mugshot, you had shots, that's a fact. The cops like Justin, who? Aw, snap. Should've took a lift.
Did you guys see the officer, though, and, like, the conversation with him? I guess the officer that pulled him over was, like, pretty young and was Gen Z and didn't recognize Justin Timberlake, so he didn't care. And everyone in the car with him was like, please don't arrest him. It's Justin Timberlake. He's like, I don't care, man. I don't care what your status is. You're going to jail.
Well, he also goes, what did Justin say under his breath?
I guess while he was, like, handcuffing him, he was like, well, this is going to ruin the tour. And the officer was like, what tour? He's like, my tour.
My world tour. He's still performing. He's got a gig Saturday night in Chicago.
I hope he addresses
And then he's got
it.
two shows in Madison Square Garden, I think, right after that.
It'll be interesting to see if he can address it, because if his lawyer is trying to fight it, he's probably limited as to what he can actually say.
That's a good point.
I'm just so fascinated that he drove drunk.
It doesn't make any sense.
I just don't understand.
He should know so much better.
Do we bring up the conspiracy theory?
Oh, yeah, bring it up.
Okay, so there is a conspiracy theory that Justin's tour, the sales aren't doing very well, ticket sales. And they're like, what's worse, announcing you have a failed tour or saying now you have to go to rehab because you just got a DUI and you have to cancel your tour and you still get insurance money from it.
That's kind of like the J-Lo rule, right? So she had marriage problems.
It's a theory out
they
there.
canceled the tour, but she still made $10 million.
Right.
Even though she canceled the tour.
Yes, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak for how, like, the rest of the tour sold, but, like, Phoenix was sold out. Like, there wasn't an empty seat, so I just can't imagine that's the case. I think it's just
Well, it's a conspiracy theory.
It's just a theory. It's a theory out there.
Don't get all defensive about your friend. Why weren't you there driving it?
But like when I read that, I was
like in a mirror.
oh, that's why he mentioned the tour when he was getting handcuffed. I
I mean, the
know.
conspiracy theory
It's a
does.
conspiracy theory. It's a theory, guys. We're not condoning or endorsing
But then
it.
again, you would think that, okay, I'm canceling Chicago and Madison Square Garden, but maybe those big cities sold out. I don't know if he's in any younger, smaller
I
cities.
don't know.
Anyway. So what else? What do we got? That's just like the biggest story.
Yeah,
in the
and
world.
we should say, like, people make mistakes. So it was stupid. It was a stupid decision, and we all make stupid decisions every once in a while. So
what about J-Lo? Here's what I don't understand about J-Lo and Ben Affleck. Like, they're saying she's on vacation in Italy, right? Could she just be working or doing something? Like, how do we know she's on
hanging
vacation?
out on a boat.
She could be. I mean, she is hanging out on a boat and doing fun things, but it's like maybe that was her free time after working. I think the thing is like she canceled her tour to spend time with family and friends and work on her relationship, and like she's like, bye, Ben.
Right.
I actually meant I wanted to spend time with my friends.
Yeah, 'cause I think
myself,
he was seen with his son in L.A. on a motorcycle while she was in Italy. So I could see how you could do that. But we also don't know what's going on. Maybe she's like, I got to go do this appearance in Italy. You go do what, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't know.
Kevin Costner, his dating rumors.
Okay, so I really wanted this rumor to be true because when Kevin Costner's divorce was happening, it was like, dude, I felt kind of bad for him. But then it was like, oh my gosh, he's dating Jewel. That somehow works for me. But when he was asked about it in an interview, he was like, no, we're not dating.
She's so smart, and she's been through a lot herself. And so we have a friendship. We don't have a romance, and we've not dated. She's beautiful and smart enough for all those things. It just has never happened for us.
So that's that.
Well, let's go ask her out, Kevin Costner.
Real quick, though, the Travis Kelce stuff. What did he do?
So in his podcast, they do like ads, and they had an ad for this like wedding thing. And so they had this guy on, and they were like asking him, so you used this service to plan your wedding, right? And he comments like, no, actually made my wife do it. But then like people are grasping on to how Travis responds and like saying this is what will happen if him and Taylor Swift have a wedding.
My fiance's been handling the whole thing. He didn't.
I'm proud of you.
Okay.
I'm proud of you.
It's the way it
Because
should
you
be.
don't matter, Jake.
It's the way
I
it
just want
should
to let
be.
you know you don't matter, and none of your decisions should be made by you.
This is the truth, but I did put it all on her.
Well, you got to have opinions on some of it.
Just reassuring opinions. Just keep asking her what she wants.
Oh, my God. So, like, that's really telling.
I know.
Like, conversations have taken, like, if we get married, what do we get? Like, totally.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, my gosh. Judge and Rich. Sharita, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so you're going to play for a trip to San Diego, 2 days at the Catamaran and 4 tickets to SeaWorld. Okay?
Okay.
You have to win this game. This isn't be one of those where it's like, oh, it's close. Oh, we're going to give you this game questions for 100 points. That's not how it works. You have to win. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Let's play a game.
All right.
It's time for Pop 10s.
So, Sharita, the points, the amount of points you get is really up to you. I hope you did your brain exercises this morning and you're all warmed up. We're going to give you a feel for the game by having John Jay, Rich, and Payton go before you so you get a feel for it. Here we go. John Jay, Justin Timberlake got a DUI. People are upset. He hasn't come out and said drunk driving's bad, right? Mm-hmm. It is unacceptable. So, John Jay, you've got 10 seconds on the clock to name as many celebrities as you can that have mugshots. Go.
Frank Sinatra, Reese Witherspoon, Justin Timberlake, Billy Joel, Martin Luther King.
I thought you would go Lindsay Lohan.
I couldn't think.
Okay. Well, a semi-strong start. John Jay's got 5 points on the board. Yes, I do.
No, but there's a restaurant down the street, Monroe's Chicken, and it's Monroe's Chicken. It's owned by Lolo's, and in all his walls are celebrity mugshots. So I was trying to think of all the celebrity mugshots I've seen.
That would have helped. Rich, Jennifer Hudson actually found out that her dad fathered 27 kids.
He's been busy.
Yeah, Rich, there's 10 seconds on the clock. Please name as many famous celebrity siblings that you can. Go.
Oliver Hudson, Dwight Howard, not Howard. No, what's the Howard guy? Ron Howard and his brother Spike Howard. Clint Howard.
Not going to count that.
Jeez, that
Britney Spears' sister.
I mean, I thought you would just go all the Kardashians as the easy win right there. Okay, Rich, 1 point.
Yeah,
you guys are making it easy for Sharita here. Okay, Payton. Ariana Grande says, I speak in a higher octave to preserve my singing voice. And she wants everyone to get over it. So, Payton, in 10 seconds, please name as many celebrities that you can with super distinct voices. Go.
Ariana Grande, Katy Perry, Kim Kardashian, Kris Jenner.
Wow. Okay.
Hard. Britney Spears. Dang it.
So we have come to your turn, Sharita. You are playing for a trip to San Diego, a getaway, right? So, Sharita, there is 10 seconds on the clock. Please name as many things as you can that you would find on the beach in San Diego. Go.
Ooh, sand, crabs, shells, umbrellas, towels, people, water.
That was good. That was great.
Puts her in the lead, yeah.
So after round 1, Sharita is leading with 7 points. John Jay not far behind with 5. Rich, you only have 1. Payton, you have 4. So we go into round 2. John Jay, Travis Kelce says he doesn't want to fix the typo on his Super Bowl ring. John Jay, you've got 10 seconds on the clock to name as many prizes you can think of that people win for sports competitions. Go.
The Stanley Cup, the Super Bowl, the Lombardi Trophy, the World Series Trophy, the NBA Trophy, the MVP Award, the, what else?
Heisman.
Pretty good. The Heisman, yeah. You did better than I thought you would.
Me too.
Rich, they announced they're planning a sequel to Spaceballs. I loved this movie back in the day. I'm excited about that. 10 seconds on the clock. Rich, name as many old movies as you can that they have remade. Go.
Ghostbusters, Batman, the Fantastic Four, Star Wars, Clue, and the Addams Family.
Pretty good. Payton, Whoopi Goldberg said she accidentally ate cat treats because she thought they were pretzels in the middle of the night. Whoops, Payton. 10 seconds is on the clock. Please name as many things that you can that you would hate if you accidentally ate. Go.
Tomatoes, dog ice cream, mushrooms, raw onions. That's hard.
Okay.
It was really
I mean, you
Not a
literally
fan
could
of the
have named
vegetable.
anything. Rocks. Sand. Okay.
Oh.
Sharita, all right, you're pretty close, but you still need to get some points to beat John Jay right here. So, passes to SeaWorld are up for grabs with this San Diego getaway. So, Sharita, you have 10 seconds to name as many things as you can that you would like to see at SeaWorld. Go.
Oh, of course. Shamu, dolphins, turtles, stingrays, Sharks. Eels.
Sharita?
Fish.
You dominated this game and
Did
just
you?
won a San Diego getaway! Congratulations!
Thank you.
Well played. All right. So you get a 2-night stay at the Catamaran Hotel in Mission Bay, and you get 4 tickets to SeaWorld. Congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, hold on the line. We're going to do it again tomorrow at this time, and then we're doing it twice a day next week. You just got to listen and play and have fun.